We are in the time for application of the diversity visa lottery. One of the way to encourage other people or to tell other people whether to apply or not to apply for the diversity visa lottery is to show the environment around. What happens if they win? What type of the neighborhood and the life will that be? Welcome everyone. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo EBM. Talking from my home here in Belton, Missouri, United States of America. There are different states, and each state is different from one state. There are things are so common everywhere you go in America. There are things are different. There are things will be more or less the same within the state, based on whether you are living in the typical urban or not in the urban area. One of the things you need to consider if you are applying for the diversity visa lottery, or if you are coming to America for any other reasons or any different pathways, one of the life you are going to experience is what I'm going to show you. Number one, what I'm going to show you is the culture or the lifestyle of Indo lifestyle or the Indo culture. Where we grew up in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America, one of the things which is different is people are hanging out outside. In America, you might find in some of the neighborhood, but in a normal, typical lifestyle, if you are not typical in the urban, you are not in what we call projects, when you go to people in their homes, in their neighborhood, this is what you are going to find out. You are going to find it and you'll be asking yourself, am I in the right place, or is this a ghost town? Nobody you can find them outside. This is the life. And by this type of life, I'll go to explain what are the challenges and what can you be able to use as advantage to succeed what you want to do while you are here. So the first thing we have been saying is typical change of the lifestyle from the from the outdoor, where we grew up is typical outdoor culture, to come and stay mostly inside, which is the from the outdoor culture to say from the indoor culture. And this, even before the COVID, this is the lifestyle. You're going to find them outside. That's typical lifestyle. That's number one. So this one, you need to go over it very, very soon when you come here. There are some people like this lifestyle. There are some people take longer time to adjust to this lifestyle. So when you make a decision that I want to stay overseas, I want to stay in Western world. I don't know more about Europe because some of those, there are small countries with so many people already. But this one, America is so huge. Remember, there are 50 states. So meaning, in a simple way, there are 50 countries joined to make the United States of America. So for that particular case, still, for instance, I live in Missouri. The state of Missouri is bigger than the country of South Korea. The population of California, which is still, there are so many empty spaces. The population of California is more than 50 million now. So the population of 50 million, you are talking of bigger than the country of Canada in terms of population. Almost more or less the same to the population of Tanzania or Kenya or Uganda. So it's so huge. That's number one. You have to make that decision. You have to get used to stay indoor. You are not just going every day, let me go to visit the neighbor. Let me go to visit some friends. Someone, you are at home, you go somewhere, you have a reason. And this will be able to change your working habit, whether you'll be working from home, whether you're going to work in the hotel, whether you're going to work in the restaurant, whether you're going to the warehouse or to any office. This is the lifestyle. You know, someone lives at their home. They know, for instance, from here to downtown, maybe it's 25 minutes. So I will be having maybe 30 minutes or 35 minutes just in case. So for that particular reason, it will help you with time management. It will help with the planning. It helps to mind your own business, because you don't have much time to stay on the road and just hanging out to see what type of shoes someone is wearing, what type of car someone is driving, what type of clothing someone is wearing. So people don't care about other people's business. There are some, yes, but majority do not. That takes me to the second part of dating. How are you going to do dating in this culture where nobody is outside? How? What are you going to do? Dating is online dating. That is the biggest part. I know, yes, you can go to church, you can go to the mosque, you can go to the bar, you can go wherever. Then you can start meeting some people. I understand that. But that is still very difficult. Someone comes there specifically, going to the church at exactly 2 minutes before the start of the mass. And right after the mass, just they get out, they get into the car, go back home. That's the lifestyle. So you cannot do the African thing, just waiting a girl going to the market every single day under the mango tree. You cannot do that. Why you can't do that? Because people don't have the same schedule. They are not going to the market every single day. You buy something for 2 weeks already. That is something you need to know. So you cannot stop someone, girl, oh, I'm interested with you. No, you cannot do that. Majority of people they are meeting online. Yes, there are some people that can meet from the office, wherever. I understand that. But that's why you find there are so many dating websites, because majority of people have to meet up through online. There is nothing wrong to meet someone online. There is nothing wrong to meet, because the place to meet doesn't define behavior of someone, doesn't define the habits of someone. Because there are some people you can meet them in church, but man, you can be surprised what happens after that. The point is not where you meet. The point is the person. A very nice person, a trustworthy person. You can have the life together. For instance, my wife Marie, I met my wife online. So, does it matter? Now it's almost 11, going 12 years. Because if you say going to meet someone online is a bad thing, why are you yourself, if you say the old people with bad behavior, they're going there, that means you are also having bad behavior. Why are you there? So that is another topic about that. Another point I want to bring out is the lifestyle or the type of the housing. You see, when we build this housing, on this home, there is no fence. That one, you see, there is a tiny fence. Even at our home, we have the tiny fence like that one. Why? Over here, when they have the small fence, the purpose of that fence is not to protect the thieves. The purpose of that type of fence is just to make sure that if you have cats, dogs, whatever, not to go outside. That is the purpose. But typical, most of the homes, they are just this way. There is no fence on that. We don't fear thieves in that way. But if you go, depending again state to state, in California, yes, you might find people, they have this type of fence, smaller fence, but they have also the concrete fence in California. That's typical, and they are taller than this one. I don't know why they do that, but majority is just this way. They are smaller, shorter, kind of that. Most of the homes in this particular part of the world, yes, you can find a very nice looking structure from outside, but majority of the homes, the beautiful part of the home is not from outside, it's from inside. Because you are not going for showing off how you are building the nice gate, the nice, like whatever it is, but inside is nothing. But here, what are the structures? What is the blueprint inside? That is something else. For me, these type of homes are teaching me one thing. Again, mind your own business. So you can find there are homes, they are not, they're just normal, or it can be just like a box. But from the inside, if you go inside, it has everything. They are building to make sure that you can stay in your house even for 2 weeks without going outside the house. For instance, for the past 10 days, I have been, since I arrived with the plane, on the Tuesday of last week, to today, which is almost 2 weeks already, I haven't, to be outside is just like 2 times, and not just like here, come to make this recording of the videos, but most likely we're staying at home. And especially now I work from home, almost everything is from home. So that is how it is. So it helps you to mind your own business, to focus on your own. And this takes me to the next topic, the topic about raising children. It is difficult. There are so many challenges, but there are good things about this culture and raising children. When you are trying, let's say, to raise children in Africa, you have the advantage of having house girls, house boys, maid in general, whatever you call them, babysitters. You have that advantage. Here, you can't have that advantage. You cannot pay someone to be a babysitter for your child for less than the minimum wage of the state. So if the state, they say minimum dollar job per hour is $10, so you have to pay someone a minimum $10 per hour. If you take your child to the daycare, someone to help you there, you're talking about the cheapest one will be $1,000 per month, $1,000 US. The younger the child, the more expensive it becomes. So that is something else. There is no uncle, there is no neighbor, just play with my kids, I'm coming to check your kids, whatever. No such thing. Despite that challenges, but the advantage of it, both parents, husband and wife, are 100% there for the children. That is the best part of it. You might see that, it's very confusing all the time. You want sometimes the time when you are on, but I've seen so many parents in Africa. They get this challenge because of the traffic, maybe, especially those who live in the bigger cities. The children have to go to school very, very early, at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m. They come in the evening, they're already tired. The parents are coming very late because of the traffic again. Then you cannot be able to be with your children from Monday to Friday. That is a big challenge. It's a big sacrifice. And some of the good schools with a very good education, people are going to boarding school. So you find there is a boarding school for people with 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. In America, there is no boarding school. Boarding school, there are special schools of those kind of nature for the people who have the extremely bad behavior, who are young kids, teenagers, and the court must make that decision to take those on. It's just a kind of like a military school behavior behavior type. So that is something else you need to know. When you are here, the relationship between a woman and a man, boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, is 50-50. You have to be there for your children. You have to change the diaper. Don't bring your African fatherhood, men dominance culture here. Even if your wife is also from the same country, remember, she cannot be doing everything on her own. She can't. She can't be 24/7 with the children. You have to help. You have to learn how to cook, to support. Even if you do not know how to cook, there are things you have to do, because what if your wife is going to work and you are staying at home with the children? What are you going to do? The kids have to eat. If you have a little one, you have to change the diapers. So, in another way, this one helps a lot when it comes to the relationship. Because in the end, husband and wife will be there. You'll be there for your children. It helps when it comes to the relationship. So, not everything is great about America, but there are certain things I guarantee you, if you live here for 6 months, you will change for the rest of your life. And there are certain things you used to see as a big deal, they will never be a big deal again. So during the summer, during the fall or spring, people like to stay outside. That's why you see there are benches outside. Yeah. So let's go to another topic. What is the cost of living, especially purchasing a home apartment-wise? Those are two flags. Here you are allowed to have a flag at your home. There is no problem. The American flag, and the other one is the, I think POW, Prison of Wars. I think that is the missing. I think it's POW. Yeah. So you are allowed to have a flag just like that way. So the homes where I live, the average price of these homes are about 200,000 US dollar. Some you can get 150. I will give you some of the examples. Some of these one can be to 200, 250 depending, but that's around the price. How do you purchase a home like that one? So when you are going to purchase the home, so these homes is because I'm talking these homes, I live in the Midwest. Midwest, for those who do not know, is the middle of America. I don't know why they call Midwest and there is no Mid-East. I don't know. Don't ask me that question. I tried to ask it. I haven't got the answer yet. So the Midwest, we are talking about the central states. We are talking about Missouri. We are talking about what other state? We are talking about Kansas. We are talking about Iowa. We are talking about Minnesota. We are talking about Illinois, Chicago City, whatever, Illinois. We are talking about Nebraska. So all these states, and mostly they are country state, like the state or whatever, Kentucky, whatever. All these states where they are mostly like farmers. Typical country states. So their cost of living is not too high. If you take one home of this nature and you take it to the California, the same house you might end up finding is more than $1 million US dollar. But here you can just buy 200,000. I'm coming this way because I want to show you one home, which obviously if I had money I could buy it, and I will show you why. This house was sold beginning of last year, before the pandemic. That tiny home. That tiny home has 2 bedrooms, if not mistaken. Has 2 bedrooms, and on the basement, all these homes, they have basement. I will explain about that. They have basement, and the backyard is very, very nice. Obviously, like normal 2 bathrooms, bathroom and bath, whatever. So this one was sold for 85,000 US dollar. So we purchased the homes through mortgage. So if you buy this home, guess what will be your monthly payment? Because you'll be paying this mortgage for 30 years. So the monthly payment for this one was about 400 or 500 US dollar. So you'll be paying like $400 for 30 years, and that will be your home. So you can take that small home, but a little bit we are 30 minutes from town, but you can use this one as a rental. You can be renting. The good thing about this home is it is in a very nice neighborhood. Where I live is a very nice neighborhood. Just like less than 1 mile where I live, there is a police station. There is a fire station. There is a very nice park. 2 miles from where I live, there is Walmart, there is Target, there are malls. So everything is there. There is a Home Depot, there is Minard, there is what else? Like there is $5 below, whatever. There is Ross. So there are almost it's very, very, almost everything. Most of these are new. So it's a very nice area in general. So this type of homes, as I said, that was a special case. But like this one, you are going to buy like 180, 200,000.